The market is at an inflection point that all of us need to pay attention to. What's up, guys? My name is Lamar from the Real World Asset Watch List, and in today's video we're going to look at the good, the bad and the ugly, and we're going to decide whether or not we should be bullish or bearish at this time in the market. Now, before we do get into that, as many of you guys know, we're here to help you on your way through the bull run. So if you don't want to miss any more content, click that subscribe button. Leave us a comment to let us know if you're hodling on or not. Let's get into it. All right, guys. Now, I thought I would start to show you some of the amazing discounts that are in the market right now. It is a time of max fear. You're going to see that the total market cap for real world assets over the past 30 days is down 20%, with the volume down 54%. Nobody really wants to touch alts at the moment, and you can see that reflected in the fact that Bitcoin dominance is still rising. Now, do I think it's a little bit premature to be getting scared that there's going to be no altcoin season or that altcoins won't make a recovery? Yes, I do. And I do think that some of these top projects, it doesn't make sense that they are at this discount. Now, you could pick pretty much any coin from the top 20 in the real world asset sector, and I'm pretty sure you'd be doing pretty well, guys, because all of these, well, nearly all of them, have a working product or they have really big institutional partners. Now, Chainlink is one that we've been looking at on the channel for a very long time, guys, and it is seriously down from the highs. This was at $30. It's now at a 50% discount. Some of our other favorites like Ondo, again, at a major discount from the highs. This thing was $2 3 months ago. Okay, so a little bit more than 50% off. And even if you wanted to look into something like, I don't know, the gaming niche, gaming plus reward assets, AVAX, right? A blue chip coin, which is down from $54 to $18. Now, I want to say to all of you guys, think about where the bear market lows were. It wasn't too far from where we are now. So the main thing that we need to focus on is not sweating over pounds or pennies when we're going to be getting pounds and hundreds of pounds in the future if altcoin season is to return. Now, many of you guys would have seen that Donald Trump did actually speak at the Digital Assets Summit yesterday, and it was pretty much same old, same old. We'd heard all this stuff before, so it wasn't anything to get overly excited about. So obviously the general retail market didn't react too positively towards it. However, he is still keeping up to date with his promises. It's just that a lot of us, we do over expect when it does come to these promises. Now, we're going to look into our Bitcoin chart in a minute because it's actually very interesting, and it's actually lined up with a lot of other charts that we're going to show you today. But we had a rejection from the MA, and we're finding resistance at 84k. If we can retest and eventually break 84k, reclaim it as support, and then start to print high lows, we're going to have an official change of structure in the chart, and that is what all of us should be looking out for right now. So what I would do is, if you're using TradingView, go and put some alerts on 84, 85, 86k, and keep an eye on that level. See how Bitcoin is faring on the daily and the weekly. Now, this is going to be a big narrative that is being followed pretty spot on so far, guys, and that's going to be the M2 money supply offset. Now, there is one offset by 70 days, which kind of does line up with where Bitcoin is today, but then there's also this second one that's come out now, guys, which is going to be the offset by 107 days. That is going to bring us to around April 30th. And you guys have already seen that the global money supply, commodities like gold and silver, are now printing new highs and new all-time highs. Guys, when you go and you track Bitcoin to things like gold, you guys will know that we've actually been tracking it just with about 2 to 3 month lag. So we could be lining up with a lot of indicators to say that come end of April, maybe into early May, all of this bearish sentiment and all of the bullish news that comes out that can't sway the market will be forgot about, because we'll start to be printing new highs. These lows will be forgot about very quickly, guys. Not only that, when you do look at the broadening wedges for Bitcoin, you can see here we actually have broken out of the past 2 broadening wedges, and you can see on the RSI we actually do have a little bit of way to go, which could be the final leg of the bull run. Currently, we're retesting the breakout zone of this broadening wedge. So when you are super zoomed in to the 15-minute, the 4-hour, even the daily chart, guys, you don't really see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is showing that we haven't lost any key structure yet. A lot of people are getting a little bit bearish right now. You guys can couple this with the fact that Bitcoin dominance is currently back testing this breakdown. Now, this could easily be a fake out and a bull trap, and we could continue higher to 70%, which a lot of people are looking at. But if we do start to find resistance and we do reject down, then this could initiate again the very start of alt season. But until we do start to have breakdowns, guys, there's no point going on Twitter, okay, going on X, seeing your favorite person repost the same breakdown of the Bitcoin dominance chart every single week. We need to wait for some confirmations of breakdowns, but definitely something to keep your eye on. And another thing to keep your eye on, guys, is going to be Ethereum staking. Now, Ethereum staking does need to be integrated into the ETFs. And apparently that is what a lot of people and a lot of big institutions are waiting for. They're waiting to be able to earn on top of their Ethereum ETF. And a lot of people do have mixed opinions about Ethereum. However, it is the second crypto that does have an ETF. So is it going to be one crypto that just goes straight to zero? I don't think they're going to let that happen. But we are seeing more outflows than inflows right now, and we'd like to see this flip back green. And then lastly, when we look at the ugly, guys, we're going to be keeping a close eye on the liquidation heat map, because the market makers have been having a field day with the retail market right now. And you can see there's actually quite a lot of liquidity built up at 80k. Now, is it going to be a sweep low to 80k and then an eventual push to that 89 to 90k? It could be, but just know there's liquidity on both sides, guys. So even if we do get a sweep down of liquidity, the market makers are going to be having a field day with the retail sentiment right now. So we check out the Bitcoin chart, and we actually didn't break out of any key resistance. A lot of people got ahead of themselves when we started to have this push up to around 87k. Now, 73k. Why are we looking at 73k? That is because 73k is going to be a key area in which we did break out. You can see here the last time we were at 73k in November of last year. We found it as resistance, came back, printed a higher low, and then blasted through it. And since then, we hadn't had a retest, guys. So now we could just be in the process of slowly trickling down. Maybe we do find resistance at the end of March. We take another final dump to around 73, 74k, and that could be a local bottom. And I say could be, but this actually is very, very close, guys, to the 1618 target at around 76k, which you guys can see we did already touch. So again, we've got two potential areas for a bottom in the short term. Number one, that could have already been the bottom. Number two, if Bitcoin decides it wants to do Bitcoin things and spook the market, 73k is going to be the place that you guys need to keep your eye on. Now, what we're going to be doing on the channel is keeping an eye on the 100 MA, not only on the 4-hourly, but on the daily as well. And if we can break above the 100 MA, break above this level of resistance here, then it should be go time for Bitcoin. And what is that going to do for our altcoin market? It could be the last little piece of the puzzle that actually does start to break us out of this flag pattern. And if you haven't seen it before, guys, we've got the shmoney zone just above us here at 1.58 trillion. This is going to be another around 70% move from where we are, just about 75% from where we are today to the top of the flag. And I do think that would be where the majority of our altcoins did see the most gains and would likely mark near a top for the altcoin pump. But that's it. That's the good, bad, and the ugly. Are you ready for some volatility over the coming months? You guys let me know what your plan is in the comment section. If you made it this far, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any more updates. We're going to see you in the next video. Take care.